Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everything in between, I'm your host Isaac and I welcome all of you to the Weekly Wind Down. The weekly show dedicated to all of you who are just a bit too lazy to check the damn L document while we're going over the current standings in the L divisions. If you're wondering why this video is late, it's because I was away for another week, but that was the last time. Now for the remainder of the L season, I will be home. Probably these videos will be able to come out on a regular basis, but hopefully, fingers crossed, no more interruptions whatsoever. But with my excuses out of the way, I say we take a look at week 6. And my god, the drama in Pearl Division just keeps getting better, because in week 6 we had the first double drop. And what I mean by that is N.D.M, they dropped from the number 1 spot to the number 3 spot in 1 week. Taking a look at the standings now, we see Team Charm and Guardians are not very far from each other. They have the same match record. Team Charm just have 2 wins up on the Guardians, which puts them at the very nice number 1 spot in the entire league actually, because G.G.K lost their week. They're now 4-2 as well, but their coach record is worse than Team Charm. So we have a new number 1 team in the league, which is very exciting. But even though this may look grim for N.D.M, I assure you it's not, because the Team Charm, Guardians and N.D.M all have the same match record, being 4-2. The only thing setting the 3 teams apart is Team Charm's 12-6 coach record instead of the others 10-8. And what separates the number 2 and the number 3 spot at the moment is just, it comes down to the coach differential of the entire team. So it's very close. And what makes this even more exciting is that week 7 next week is the first rematch week within the divisions. And next week N.D.M is up against the Guardians. Obviously that's going to be extremely decisive when it comes to determining who either takes the number 2 or the number 1 spot in the division. But not only the division, but maybe the entire league. And even though the Diamond Division is a lot more stale than the Pearl Division and a lot less exciting, week 6 brought us some really good and really exciting matches as well, because G.G.K lost their match to Team Charm. One reason they lost the number 1 spot in the entire league. But the team straight after G.G.K, Swexit, also lost their game to Team MMB, which means that you get no internal development in the division, since the gaps between the teams are quite big. But it means that the Pearl Division gets some wins overall within the division, making that division even more spicy than before. So to summarize week 6 as a whole, very exciting week in general, really good battles and some really interesting developments, especially in the Pearl Division. And one thing I'd like to add is that one team that's not been doing great this season, the Weather Ballers, being 0-6, people might overlook them and just think that they're out the season. They're not. They can actually still make playoffs by winning the remaining battles of the season, because the only team that's locked for playoffs is G.G.K. Since they're 4-2, they can't be overtaken by the Weather Ballers. But that's it. So I think the coming weeks will bring some really interesting and exciting developments, and I'm not counting out anyone for playoffs at the moment, so looking forward to the coming weeks. And that's going to be it for this week. All the relevant links are as always in the description below. I thank you very much for watching. Hopefully we won't have any more interruptions in the future. Looking forward to the final weeks and especially playoffs, which is closing in very quickly. And I hope to stay tuned for week 7, and I'll see you next time.